Bills Mafia, we were wrapping up the third day of free agency, and Brandon Beane took to the mic to talk to the media. And we're going to dive into it. And look, before we dive into it, I want to make sure that you are liking and following wherever you see this clip. Make sure you hit that link in bio so that you can find us on all of your favorite media platforms. And if you haven't already, hit that bell notification on all those platforms so that you never miss a post, you never miss an alert, and you're always updated on the breaking news. Now, look, I am still trying to internalize and process everything that I just heard. But Brandon Beane told us that Larry Ogunjobi and Michael Hoecht are two newest additions to the defensive line, are both on separate 6-game suspensions for violating the NFL's PED policy. Now, look, the suspension entails that both players are not permitted to enter any team facilities for the first 4 weeks of the next season. After the 4 weeks is over, the players are allowed to return to the facilities and are allowed to start practicing with the team again, but they are not permitted to start playing actively in the games until week 7. Now, look, luckily, the suspension allows them to be fully participating in all off-season training camps. But once the 53-man roster is finalized before preseason starts, they will have to be put on a temporary inactive list. Brandon Beane did note that he was aware of Michael's suspension before they signed him to the team, but they were not aware of Larry's suspension, and he has not even finalized his contract or officially signed on to the team yet. But Brandon Beane did note that there are not a lot of defensive tackles left in free agency, so they are going to move on and still sign him to the team. Now, look, this seems like a massive oversight for Brandon Beane and the Buffalo Bills, and not an ideal way to start free agency before going into the 2025 season. But nonetheless, we cannot change that now, and there's not a lot of defensive tackles left available in free agency. So Larry Ogunjobi will have to do with the games that he is allowed to play next season. Luckily, when it comes to Michael Hoyt's contract, he is signed for 3 years, so missing 6 games is not the biggest of deals, but it still is not an ideal way to start off with the Bills. Bills Mafia, don't forget to comment down below and let me know your reaction to the news.